Welcome back to another video where we dive deep into the dramatic world of online gaming relationships gone sour. Fasten your seatbelts as we explore a tale of petty revenge, tangled emotions, and the consequences of virtual flirtation. Anyway, I stopped playing MapleStory for a long time before one day deciding to get back online. He got excited that I came on, then went over to my map to chat with me, but saw I was already with another friend, so all he ended up doing was staying mute. I didn't bother to message him that I was going off, since he looked like he was away from the computer. The next day, I sent him a private chat to ask a question about the game. He gave me short replies, then disappeared mid-conversation, but never came back to explain what happened or apologize. Petty much? This peasant had an issue with the fact that I wasn't putting enough effort into chatting with him the previous day. I confronted him asking if he had an issue, which he denied. However, ever since, he always gave dry replies and never greeted me anytime I logged into the game, while he'd greet everyone else, including someone who'd log in seconds after I did. I gave him multiple chances before throwing shade at him. I noticed he started ignoring my cousin too, even though she never did anything to him. In fact, she listened to all of his negative, excessive venting since he basically used her as a therapist for free, going on about things like how he's harder to communicate with because he's from such a distinctive major. Like, really? You're about to use my cousin as a tool to passive-aggressively piss me off? Now you're going too far. On top of that, he kept spelling my name incorrectly when he never used to, and ignored everything my cousin and I said to him. You don't get to disrespect me or my cousin like that while thinking you could get away with it. Plausible deniability? Is that what you think you have? I don't think so, honey. There's no such thing in my vocabulary. I sent him an essay throwing low-blow insults at him, hitting him exactly where it hurts before blocking him. Bitch, don't dare think you can get away disrespecting me, and Amy, passive-aggressively thinking we won't realize it, talking about being busy yet doing the most for some female attention in game. Initially, I didn't know why your ex was paranoid about you cheating, but now I know it's because you're a disloyal ass hoe, thirsting a new lady every day, just like everyone else said. You're a toxic ass motherfucker who plays victim, thinking other bitches are the problem. It's no wonder you can't maintain a real relationship and your ass is always getting ghosted or dropped by everyone. Just wait a few more months because these bitches you're talking to now are going to ghost your ass too, bitch. Why do you even flirt with every lady you meet, though? Is it because you're so insecure that you have no game in real life, so you go onto a game to flirt with girls behind pixels for validation? I also find it funny how you're such a coward on an online game that you couldn't even confront Law when he tried starting with you. You're clearly pressed as fuck if you have to mention him over and over, going on about how you don't know him, yet contradicting yourself saying you heard shit about him. Sucky liar much, dear? Speaking of, you're the worst liar ever because the stories you told Amy don't match up to what you told me. Talking about working part-time during the school year, then telling me you don't work, and saying shit about financial aid for graduate school, when there's no such thing. I've logged onto Amy's Discord, and damn bitch, do you ever stop complaining? You're a weak ass who has a layer of skin less than a flat piece of dust. You're so fragile, you can't handle the tiniest bit of inconvenience without bitching to others. You said you're shy? Bitch where when you go after every pixel you see in game, like damn, I can't go a minute without seeing you trying to get at girls. By the way, I suggest you improve your game by researching what negging is, because that's what you're doing, but it ain't a good technique. The only women who enjoy that shit are insecure bitches. I guess your energy attracts them since you're so insecure yourself, LMAO. You don't even look 6'2" in your pics. I think you made a typo and meant 5'2", and you're probably scrawny as fuck. Why the fuck do you look so pale though? Are you busy sitting your flat ass down gaming all day? Your lifestyle must be so sedentary that blood can't properly circulate throughout your entire body. I suggest you get some exercise other than jerking off to pixels to get your blood flowing, especially after the countless number of chins you'll have after your quarantine weight gain. Actually, you must be so glad I'm here, because I'm making your blood boil, you triggered whore. But continue on spamming Siebes every 5 minutes until you convince yourself that's what you are. I also suggest you drink more alcohol to fix your pale-ass skin. Maybe you'll get some Asian glow. Hopefully you get alcohol poisoning while you're at it, because nobody wants you in this world, bitch. It's no wonder you need so much attention, logging onto a game to brag about getting drunk. It's because your parents already mentally disowned your ass by the time of birth, and every person in your life disappears at some point, just like what Amy and I are about to do to you. Good riddance, peasant. Anyway, I didn't have enough. The sweetest revenge starts now. I made another game character, got it to a high level, had a friend help purchase pretty clothes for the pixel character, then intentionally met Kenny while using another identity. I sent him selfies of my friend and hardcore flirted with him to get him hooked. I faked my personality to be exactly how I know he likes his girls, and in less than an hour, I had him obsessed. I went on about how he's just my type, asked him a lot of questions about himself, engaged in banter, and more. He thought it was too good to be true, but continued speaking to me anyway, going on about how I'm the prettiest girl he's ever seen and all that. I did a lot of things that implied I was into him, but I'd also go onto the game to flirt with other guys, where he could visibly see it. He accused me of being a player multiple times, but every time he tried to withdraw out of fear that I'm playing him, I'd say all the right words to lure him back in. He got personal and started telling me all of his flaws, basically being open and vulnerable around me. He also mentioned how Hannah, that's me, emotionally fucked him up with the cruel essay that was sent to him. He kept asking to call me, but I kept delaying it, telling him that I'm shy, but how I promise I'll call him soon. Eventually, I teased him about how I was getting hot and bothered, which got him excited in all type of ways. He tried engaging in a naughty conversation with me and told me he was literally turned on, but I left him hanging with blue balls before coming back hours later and apologizing, saying I swear I'll finally call him tomorrow to make up for it. The flirting got heavy, and he was attached. He couldn't even go an hour without double messaging if I didn't reply to him. Tomorrow came, meaning the day I'm supposed to call him. I went multiple hours without replying, leaving him wondering where I went. Finally, I came onto Discord and changed my profile photo to a picture of me with a boyfriend, then proceeded to tell him how I'm now taken. He was livid, going off saying I led him on and how he knew I was a player the entire time. I called him out on his hypocrisy, then sent him over 5 screenshots of him flirting with multiple different women, which he still denied, saying it's all out of context. He was hysterical, talking about how he trusted me and thought I could understand him. He said he truly believed he and I had something just to find out I'm now in a relationship all of a sudden. He, just as predicted, began playing the victim role while seeking pity. He said he can't sleep because of our argument, even though he has work the next morning. I told him to go to bed, then left in the middle of the argument. He spammed me excessively and said his biggest pet peeve is people leaving things unresolved. The next morning, he said he couldn't concentrate at work because of what happened. Long story short, he kept saying pitiful things in attempt to induce guilt, which of course didn't work. We hardly spoke after this, but he did still message my catfish persona every now and then. In less than a few days, I left him on read and never spoke to him again. Thanks for tuning in to today's wild tale of online gaming drama and the lengths people will go for a bit of revenge. Remember, in the world of pixels and roleplay, keep your wits about you and don't let the screen blur reality. Catch you all in the next story time.